Alrighty then, welcome back everybody, welcome back. So today I'm gonna be doing some bit of work, mainly because I want to do some work on the drawing itself. So I'm gonna be doing that again. And then hopefully get this fully thing drawn in. And I spotted some mistakes here that I need to fix before I can actually start. But that is always a thing that happens. Alright. Just give me a second or two. It's just filling up the little gaps that I left behind that I just spotted. And that should be it, right? Yeah, that should be it. Alright, cool. Now that we've done that, I need to make sure that I have this thing fully in color. So I actually can get the next color bit, which is the bit on this end, which is the highlight color. And then after that, we can move to the next bit. So what I'm going to be doing now is going to be adding in the line. So we actually have a line here. That is 1. That is 2. That is 3. That is 4. That is 5. 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Yep, that won't work. Then we're gonna make sure that we have that done. Now we need to make sure that we have that on the next one as well. And you can already see where this is going, so I'm going to be fixing up the bits here and there that I left behind. Always happens. This is not what I spotted last time. So now I'm going to be just fixing up the bits here and there, and then we're going to continue. So now we're going to pick up this color again. Now the question is like, do I need to do this on a different layer or not? Because of how this works. Jesus, so many fucking stuff that is absolutely not colored in properly. It happens when you use a background. Then you're missing little spots that technically need to be filled up. Especially in the end result. Otherwise, if you use a yellow background, then, well, you know, you don't get the right result. Luckily, I can just do this and then just fix up the things that I left behind, so... That's a good side note. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's not the right color. That's the right color. Alright. Alright, then fix this bit up. There you go. There you go. Fixing up the bits here and there. That is then on this one? Yeah, on that one. Then go back. And drop the color again. Oh, for fuck's sake. Every single time. Then go to the next one and make that one happen. All right. Luckily it is quite easy, but then again, it's quite annoying that I have to do it anyway. Fixing up the little bits here and there that I left behind. What? Oh, for fuck's sake. Where is that? In there? Alright, cool. Cannot have that. Alright, then we're going to pick up again the color and move onwards. Alright. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Now we can move onwards again, and then we're almost done with all of the things. Alright. There we go. With that said, I need to now make sure that I have that bit called up. That bit right there, that bit right there. Grab that again, make this one happen, save in case, and then we're gonna move on what's the next bit. It's a lot of work, but I think it will work probably well. Properly well. Or at least I hope it will be. You can also see that, yeah, it has a lot of gaps somewhere, which kind of is annoying. Which means I need to do this all manually again. Alright, now we've done that part. Now we can continue again. Alright, then we're gonna fix this bit up, this bit up, this bit up, and that bit up. There we go. And then we're gonna go here. Then we're gonna go here. Grab that. Alright, then now the last one, and then we can actually go to the darker color, and then we are almost done with the full part of the hairstyle. You can see the gaps that are forming again, which is quite annoying that it actually happened. Alright, now we have done that part. We now need to look for the next bit, which is the darker color part, but I cannot see that, so I need to move the image a little bit to the sideline, grab the color, there you go, and then move it back again. Let's move back to 0.0. There you go. If I'm correct, that is indeed what I want to do here. So now we're done with that part. Now we're gonna be making sure that we have that color up and running. I believe this is rightfully placed, right? Just in case to double check. There. That's the perfect fit. Alright, cool. Well, technically it's not, because that is not how it works. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, hold up. Alright, we're gonna keep it with this one. Alright, then we're gonna be making sure now that we actually have that bit. So we're gonna go back to layer 4 and draw the darker color underneath the hair bits that need to have one. Alright, so it doesn't show. Alright, cool. Nah. There we go. There we go. Alright. This is such a difficult task to do. Let's use this again, then that one again. There you go. And then that should work. Oh boy, that highlight is gonna be a pain in the ass to do properly. But it must be done, so I'm gonna be just doing it. Alright. Alright. is done, that one is done, that one is done. Let's add now in the next bit, which needs to be drawn in, which is gonna be the ice part, so I need to be making sure that I have that part done as well, so let's just do it. Alright. That'll solve a lot of issues here. Alright, so now we're gonna be just adding in the bits that we need to do and then add the rest in later. Alright, yeah, looks good already. I like it. Alright, and then the last bit. Alright, then fix that bit of hair bit. There you go. Now that bit can be fixed. Alright, now we have the first bit done, which is technically the ice. Yeah, a little bit more darker. A little more lighter. Yeah. Alright, now we have done that part. Now we're gonna add in the lighter part. Alright. Good. Now we're gonna go here and fix that bit up. And onion layers don't work, but they work for another way. They work to make sure that I can actually see the background. So if I have any white parts behind, I know exactly where. Of course, it's not gonna be foolproof, but then again. Makes things more easier to look at. There you go. Then I need to go now grab the next color, which is the darker color, and then we can actually add the light color back in there. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of backtracking again, the same as before. Just making sure that I follow up the shading bits here and there to make it very convincing. Otherwise, well, you know, thing doesn't look very convincing, then, well, you know, things might not look that great in the end. All right. Now we're gonna go back here, grab that color, which is almost white. Alright, then we're gonna go here again, make a new one, grab the color again, and repeat. And eventually, you know, we are able to get the whole fucking hair done. And then you can see how much fucking work it actually takes to get one bit done. It's like, you know, yeah, you need to make what? How many times do you have to repeat the same thing again? almost 14 times before you actually have something decent. And that kind of sucks, but then again, you learn a lot from it. You repeat the same actions twice, or 3 times in a row, or 4 times. So now I'm repeating the same action 14 times. Which means because I'm repeating the actions, it means also that I learn from it again. So I need to make sure that I take a break after an hour, mainly because of my hand. And after an hour, you cannot see what kind of mistakes you made. So I cannot see it anymore. And then, your mind is not able to correct things, and therefore prone to making mistakes again. So, making sure that I do that, I will make sure that the thing actually works well. All right. And I must say, though, it's already looking good. I really like how well we're at things now already, compared to yesterday. So that's already better than before. It just takes some time to get it all done. But in the end, it's worth it. Easy. Alright. Grab the darker color. And make the darker color happen. And make the darker color happening on the ice a bit. I found it funny actually that I didn't animate already the other bits, but then again, it's better to first animate one bit and then color it all up so that you already have the baseline coloring done for it. Then we need to grab the lighter color for it. Shallabing. Yeah. Alright, next one, and repeat. Let's save it, just in case. Don't want that to be spoiled. All the hard work of making repeating bits of drawing suddenly getting erased. Yeah, that is not gonna happen. I don't like that. we go. Then we need to make sure that now, again, that I have that light effect on it again. There it is. Nice. Next bit. Save. And repeat. And that's the only thing I need to do. Repeat, baby, repeat. And if I'm correct, once this is done, I only have to do the background part as well. And that will then actually result into, having a moving hair. So then the hair is like moving like this. So it's moving like this. Shoosh. And then go back. And that will be the final result, which is quite good. Alright. Alright. There you go. Come on. Come on, there you go. Grab the darker color again. Make sure to use the darker color again. And then we're going to be using the light color again. There. That part is always the hardest part to see. Nice. So let's see how this works now. I might need some rework on the ice part, but
then again, the rest is all good. Might need to do that again in a different layer, but oh boy. I want to first make sure that I have everything here colored up.
All right. Alrighty then. Now I have that bit done. Now let's go back and grab the fucking back color. And then after that, alright, then grab that stupid ice effect again and draw it. Alright, and we're gonna go back to basic again. Resetting everything again, making sure that I have everything that I want. Then go here, make a new one, and draw. Because you constantly start from one point to one other point. I'm technically doing this from back to forward, but it's all the same. That is not an issue with this one, luckily.
And I'm not even done yet. I need to also add the glow into that. I need to also add the glow to it as well. Ah, for fuck's sake.
That's gonna be a pain.
Luckily, I do have what I need, which is just patience, but fucking hell. I was thinking that I will get this done in a week, which probably is true. But man, this requires a lot of patience.
Just fucking color things up, get the things animated and necessary is animated. Well, the animation part is done now. It's need to be the coloring part of the animation part. Normally you do this in a different program, but I'm like, nah.
Fuck that bot.
Different program, my fucking ass. That's what. Just do it all in the same program and doing it all on the same thing. After all, I want to make this
In one way. Not the other way around.
There you go. Alright, and back to the new one. And you know what, I'll do this one instead. Fuck it. It's as easy as possible. A little bit of variety, you know. Now it's all gonna be red, the ones that are before this or after this, which is also hilarious. Shame it doesn't, translate it well, because you cannot, have red and then color type of red and then a lower type of red to indicate the different kind of color schemes that I'm using. Which is a shame, but then again, that means that technically if you want to do this right, you need to do it all on different layers, but that would mean even more work. And, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Right now, making it sure that every single bit of the coloration is on a different layer is good enough. And I even think I'm gonna be putting that part in one go, because, So the bottom part is gonna be probably in one go, same for the eyes. Alright. And then I'm gonna pick this one up, making sure I have that one bit. No. First darker color, then the lighter color. Otherwise it will be
probably stabbing myself in the back for that part.
There you go. And now we're gonna go back here, grab the color,
Grab the light color, here, right, yeah, here. And start coloring.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, then we need to make sure that we have this bit of the coloration done properly.
And I noticed that I made a mistake here, so I'm gonna be fixing the part up.
Yep, alright. Let's go back there, making sure that this bit is there, and as you can see now it's stationary there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 15 frames, so yeah, it's not gonna happen. But, you know, you need to do it anyway, so let's continue. Let's make a new one. Making sure that we have that frame placed correctly. And yes, this is this new one. This is, I believe, the copy one, and this is the one that is free drawn from the original. But that one is a little bit different. I believe that is removing it. So yeah, you have either copy it or remove it. And you can actually see how much things move. Not a lot of things move, but then again, that's the whole point. It is a gentle breeze that is going through the hair. And that's all that matters. Alright. Bing, bada, boom. There you go. That bit drawn in, that bit drawn in, and that bit drawn in. Nice. And then this bit. Nice. And then we're gonna pick up this color again, and then we should be good.
And then we're gonna pick up the color again. There.
And there you go. And again, the same thing again. Remove the bit and start coloring again.
There you go. I'm so happy once I have that highlight fully colored up. Ugh. Then I know exactly how to do that properly. I need to put the highlight, by the way, on a different layer. Because, yeah, that is going to be an issue if I don't do that. Because I need to make sure that I have the highlight perfectly aligned with the hair. But I want to make sure that it's not moving too much. And, well, it's not technically highlight. It's more like of a... Is it then called a highlight? I think it is called a highlight. But I don't think it's called technically a highlight, but I think it's called a highlight. It's the big giant stripe on the hair, which needs to be drawn in anyway to give shine towards the hair. Alright, bing bada boom bada bang. There you go, that's the bit there done. That's the bit there done. And it's a lot of repeating of the things that I need to do. Probably I'm going to be using these sparkles in the eyes and then make them a little bit of a shimmer effect. That's going to be probably also a thing that I'm going to be adding into that. So we have like a static face expression, but still, you know, the eyes are, you know, animated and the hair is animated. So I think that is a good way of doing things for the duration. And if I, you know, want to make this longer, which I could do, I'll just copy this bit and then paste it over there. Because that's how you, because we already have the motion of the hair. So I could technically make it into an 80 frames hair motion. And then we have technically 80 frames per second of facial expression if necessary, or other things like that. So yeah, that's how to do it. But of course, you know, that's the whole point. Because I can make these expressions and these sparkle effects also the same way as the hair does. Let's grab the back color for this all. So we solve that. And now you can already see the past and present hair. And let's grab that light. And then we're gonna go here.
Copy it again, and now you can see that we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. And then we're good to go. And then we're finished with the whole damn highlights on the, well, the highlights on the icy bit of the hair part. And then of course we're gonna add in the next bit, which is then the hair highlights itself, which is gonna be put on a different layer. And that layer is gonna be above both of these layers, so that I can actually do it properly. And that's gonna be then also again repeated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14 times. And then we should be good. And we have the hair fully drawn in, and then I can tomorrow focus on getting the body placed into there and colored up, and then of course add the rest to it as well. Like I could technically go for like and then go back down, so that I could do like that and then go up, 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 and then down. So technically I could go make this happen like this and then go back down. But that's all part of the things that I could do with it, which is quite funny. I can make her literally, you know, be like, nah, nah, nah. Or how do you do that? Like, nah. I find it funny that I can actually make her talk like that. It's funny that if I don't add, it's funny that I did not yet add this to it. I'm thinking maybe making this a bit more of a go up, go left and right a little bit, but not moving. So I think maybe I want to go for that movable, or do I want to keep that bit like steady? I could do that as well because, you know, it has what I need. Motherfucker. It has what I need, you know. It's already, you know, it's in a knot, so technically I can make it not move. I could make this maybe a little bit moving, but it all depends. And right now the neck is not moving, so that's the whole point of it. Because I just want to make hair move. Literally, that was my option for today, or my challenge for this week. Well, last week, 2 weeks time challenge. This is a little bit longer taking than just drawing. But yes, making hair move. It's very, 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 very time intensive. I would say it's also pretty complicated because you need to double check like every single time, like, is this like how hair should move, or do you think that the hair movement is plausible? Because if you can make the hair like, and then, you know, it that is what hair can do. You know, it can move this way, it can move that way, but it cannot move, you know, up and curled up like a centipede. That is a thing that it cannot do. So you need to have like, you want to make swings with it, not going too much up. Of course, with a lot of wind, then yes, but this is like more of a breeze than a wind bursting with power. So yeah, my plan of, you know, making moving hair was successful, so I'm happy that I actually am able to do it. The last time I actually did it was with another drawing, with a Rufina drawing, if I'm correct. I don't know for sure how well that went, but I know that I animated it fully, but it was very clunky in its design. So it was a very clunky design. It was not very clean at all. So the animation part was absolutely fucking trash. It was like, hold up, save. Alright, again, save. I'll look it up for a bit. Hold up. So now I want to go to DG drawings, then I want to go to the things, then I want to go to the story of wholesomeness, then I want to go to Rufina itself, chapter 1, then I want to go to Rufina, yeah, Rufina, there you go. Then we have a GIF file. No, redesign Crea, yes, that one. And now I need to get to the Deceptor. Did I paste it in a new folder? No, I did not. Where did I paste it then, the Jeff? It's supposed to be here somewhere. Mr. Jeff is supposed to be somewhere here. I'll get it look up. Hold up. I'll pick it up like this then instead. Because the Jeff file is always a very annoying thing to find. Alright, I need to go for the Jeff file. So where's my Jeff? Where's my GIF? Alright, I'm looking for GIF. I'm looking for a GIF. Alright, so here it is. Here's the GIF file. I knew it. It's in animation test keyframes. There you go. So yeah, as you can see, this is probably like what 1, 2, 3 on the eye bit, but it's a very, very robust drawing and a very robust, animation. It's not very moving, let's say the least. It's moving on the eye bit, but it's not doing the right thing what I want to do with it. But it has the idea that I want to do with it. But yeah, you can see it is not very well done. And here, you have already that it is actually, a lot more nicer of a flow compared to before. So I must say, I am very happy with the result that I'm booking right now compared to before. So having moving here, it is getting better, and that's all that matters. So let's go back to where I want to be with this. So I need to make sure that I have that light in there, and then we can continue with it. There you go. And another one. So now we're gonna go make the last two. And after this, I will call it a day for now. Maybe tonight I will be continuing. Depends. I need to do a big giant walk. Because, sitting all day long is not a very smart move to do. And I was actually experimenting today with music. Which turned out that there was a little bit of a slight bug in the music program, which kind of sucks. It means that I need to do some saving very critical, I need to do some saving multiple times. Which is not my forte, let's say the least. What the hell? Oh, for fuck's sake. Go away. Go away. There you go. Any more? Yeah, there are. Alright, go away. Shoot. No. And no. Alright, cool. There were some little bits here left behind that were not good. Alright. So, what I found out was that when I was loading up my... when I was trying to save, it crashed. I know why it crashes, because it is an absolute fucking piece of shit. Well, it's not a piece of shit software, it's mainly because I'm using Linux. and the program itself is not used to it, most likely because it's absolutely not usable for Linux technically. It is not having the right interface for it, because it is a very good program. It's just not very suitable for Linux itself. It is doing the things that I don't want it to do, and I really don't like it when I have a program that is crashing all the time. So probably I need to switch back to the old one, which is taking far longer to learn than the other one by a long shot. Holy shit. So I'm doing test runs with that, and so far the results are pretty decent, but it could be better. Honestly, it could be better. I really hate it when softwares are not working properly on Linux. It's like, oh, if you want to make this work properly, then well, tough luck. So that's why I'm actually refraining from buying new games until, like they are 1 year old or something like that as well. Mainly because then I know that might be a little bit of a smidge of a support, or at least I know then for sure that if it works or not. Luckily though, I know that it is still workable, the old program. It's just that, well, it's still workable, but it requires some extra here and there's to fix, probably most likely. And that's the thing that I need to find out, and hopefully I will find it out and get it to work. Because I think that I need to remove one of the DDLs files on the program itself, and that will prevent it from crashing. And that will probably solve also the issue. So technically I need to do some filing. Technically I need to do some old-fashioned workarounds of the program, which kind of sucks because I actually wanted to keep the program intact normally. But if Linux says no, then well, congratulations, Linux says no. So, oh well. But so far, I must say I'm very happy with the result that I'm booking right now with Linux itself. The program itself is actually stable. Holy shit, it's stable. It's like, I have not updated for quite a while the PC. I still need to do that. But yeah, most of the program itself is actually working very stable, and I'm always waiting for like driver updates and all that stuff to work. One thing I did learn, by the way, don't do this ever again. I think I already told it once, but never install the same driver twice. That's a trap. That's a fucking trap. I'll show you, by the way, where it is. What I mean with this. So if I have my Great and Mighty update pop up, can I? Yeah, there you go. If I have my mighty update station right here, I have my station right here for the automatic updates and install automatic updates and all that stuff. Like, I have all of this. You see this button right there? You see that NVIDIA driver thingy? Don't install it. Just don't. What it does is actually overwrites the original one that already was with the pre-installment of this program. Oh well, how do you say that? Operating system. And therefore overwrites the original one and then kicks out the original one, therefore unable to read the graphics card. So then you need to technically manually add the graphics card back into it, which then triggers a lot of alarms on the operating system that you installed it on. It triggers a lot of alarms on the PC itself, which kind of sucks because you technically kicked out the only thing that makes your PC stable. It's like, oh, by the way, your graphics card, well, congratulations, it has been kicked out of its own fucking throne. So yeah, don't do that. That is a terrible idea. I'll tell you that for sure, because I did it once. I had to manually fix everything by erasing everything that I did. So I had my PC for 1 week, for 2 weeks. All right, it was running. It was doing the thing that it wanted to do. I installed the driver, and then suddenly it said, "Oh, by the way, you can install this driver, right?" Well, all right. And then I restarted the PC, and guess what? It didn't start. Mild shock, I know. It's a very mild shock that it didn't start. So I bricked my entire PC with it. Miraculously, by the way, I fixed it, but that was because I did a hard fucking reset. But holy shit, that was spooky. That was a lifetime of no fun. So I had to fix this because I thought like, alright, tomorrow I will be just doing streams again and doing everything that I wanted to do. And boom, immediately get a fucking hit in the head after I was like, alright, I need to update, guys. And I updated because I was in chat with some of my friends. And nothing worked because the PC didn't want to start up. So I reinstated the driver, which reinstated the fucking safety launch, save booting, which caused the entire thing to be like, whoa, buddy, you're not running Windows on this thing. You have a license for that? So, yeah. I had to fix that part as well. So I had to fucking do multiple key options until I finally figured out what the key binding was to load up the booting software, so that I can get back into able to disable save booting. So I had to try multiple times because I didn't pay attention. Like, I like to play this game on a dangerous level, when I'm using my fucking PC. So I don't pay attention on what kind of key bindings I need to use to boot up things. So I went back to save booting and I disabled the save booting, which disabled the bit locking and disabled the SSD. Well, not the SSD, but the chip itself. So I had to do that bit before doing things again. Then I had to reinstall the entire fucking software so I could get actually my graphics card back. Because, I deleted my graphics card, remember? So that took until it started around 8 o'clock at night, when you're done with gaming with friends, and then, I was busy with gaming with friends, and I was like, alright, I'll install it to see if I can actually play Monster Hunter Wilds, which didn't work, miraculously. Mild shock, because of all the fucking stuff that is inside of it. Monster Hunter didn't work because it crashed after the loading screen of the main screen. So in the main screen it crashed, and I was like, all right, I will try to install a driver. Didn't work. So I didn't show up back in Discord after restarting. I went on my telephone. I said, guys, this will take a moment. And so it did. It took until 12 o'clock at nighttime. And then I was like, I fixed my PC. After installing every single program again. I was tired that day. Well, mainly because of, getting a very, very, very scary feeling of like, oh shit, my PC might be bricked forever. And I didn't do this. I didn't fix it. I could technically have reversed this progress if you catch me on my point here. I could have done that. If I was smart enough to look up the internet how to do that. How to run a recovery for Pop! OS. But I didn't. So, I'm gonna be, after this stream, I'm gonna be updating my software again, but not my driver, never again, because I can update the driver by updating it by auto updates instead of, manually updating it by installing a new driver, which you're not supposed to do. How the fuck should I know that? I have no fucking clue on why would I be able to know that driving two drivers of the same kind would lead to an error? Well, now you know. This is why you should definitely not install the driver multiple times, because that's a stupid action. And I learned it the stupid way, by breaking my entire PC. But luckily all my documents are still on, my external driver, my internal hard drive disky thingy. Technically, it's a big USB with 1 terabyte of space, but luckily that actually happened, so I had actually everything back. But I had to reset my setup for Discord, setup for Steam, setup for fucking OBS, which was a pain in the ass. But yeah, luckily I also have all my passwords always saved. Ah, thank God I don't do that digitally. Fucking hell. So yeah, that's also a way why you're not supposed to be saving your passwords digitally. Always have a physical copy of it somewhere in your house or somewhere. In a big giant locker or something. I always tell my dad as well that, like, don't save your shit don't save your passwords on your PC. Just save them on a piece of paper, lock it somewhere, don't look at it, and you will get back to it once you're done, because if you lose that data, you lose it forever. That's how digital things work, which kind of sucks, because that's how digital things work. You cannot get it back, which is immediately a big no-no for many things and many people. So yeah, that was one of the things that I encountered when running Linux for the first time. Getting my entire PC bricked and then fixing it manually, because I was like, do I need to ask some people for help? Nah, I'll try to fix it myself. I'm the best person here for the job. Well, I'm not the best at it, but then again, I do have my expertise with Windows sometimes. Back in the day, you had to do things manually that Windows didn't like, and now I do it still, so that's also why I went actually off Windows itself. I didn't like the Windows experience no more, especially after they pulled the fucking plug out of Windows 10. I was like, motherfuckers, you piece of shit. I prefer Windows 10 over the other one. I don't like the layout for it as well, the new Windows. It's trash. It's a glorified Mac, basically, and it doesn't do the thing what Macs do, which offers safety, because it's fucking Windows. It's also buggy as sin, and you can crash your PC quite quickly. Even I saw some reports about SSDs getting bricked by Windows itself. So yeah, I'm not gonna be touching that with a 2 foot long pole. So, but then again, it was not the main reason why I actually wanted to switch. Mainly because of the screenshots that Windows actually keeps on your PC and then files them back to the Windows Center, and I'm like, how about don't do that? I don't like to have my entire fucking screen recorded every single time. I like to have them recorded for videos, yes, but not like that. Because, passwords can be recorded, drawings can be recorded, and guess who has the access then? Well, Windows has it. Which is the main issue. So that's why I actually quit it on it. I was like, nope, not in a long mile. I will refuse that part. It provides no safety, basically. It provides no safety, and seeing how bad some of the coding is, no. I will not do that. So yeah, I will not touch that in a long shot. You know, back in the day, I actually liked Windows XP the most. Mainly because it was actually quite relaxed to use and was quite easy to use. And I think I went from Windows XP to Windows 10 by updating it, by giving it away to my local PC workshop, and they installed it for me. Mainly because I didn't want to go through the hassle of doing it myself. Then this year came around, and this year came around, and then it turns out they moved. I don't know for sure if they actually went away, but they moved. And then I was like, all right, I want to buy a new PC because clearly my PC is dead. That was the main issue that I had with it. It was a dead PC. The graphics card had a memory leak. You don't want that. Trust me, you don't want that. All right, so let's see. All right, so that bit. And that bit needs to be like that. There you go. Ah, fuck. Come on. No. Yes, that is better. Oh, I see one bit that is not colored up like that. Alright, there you go. Oh, fuck. Remove. Yes. No. Here it is. Alright. Yes. No. Yes. And no. Aha! I spotted the issue. Alright. So where was I? Oh yeah. So the PC workshop store was gone, and well, you know, I had to redo things, and I had to redo a lot of things manually. You know, I like it when things I have to don't work. I just have to pay them up and then say like, please fix this for me, instead of, you know, doing it manually myself. I am not the best at doing the PC fixing part, but I do have an expertise in doing the things that I wanted to do back in the old days. The PC was one of my things that I actually like to experiment with, mainly with modifications on software, like getting things to work on without a CD. Mainly because I really hated it when to switch out CDs for another CD, so I actually I made myself a bat file to create it. Because if you downloaded one bad file from the internet back in the day, you had a virus. So yeah, that's not happening. So you had to do it manually yourself. So yeah, I did that I had to do that myself now, and because I had to do it myself, it was a lot of work. You know, I had to figure things out and do that. So I asked a friend of mine to get my, tell me how to do the process to get to where I want to go from now. Because I want to go from I want to get rid of Windows 11 that is on the PC that I bought. and then reinstall a Linux software. So I went for Pop! OS because, well, it has innate graphic installation, and I was a fucking idiot for realizing that because it has innate, it overwrites the other one, so therefore, crash, which experienced. So yeah, I had to do that. I had to make sure that we installed it on a flash drive, on a USB, then boot, and then remove the secure boot. So I did pay attention on how to do it and how to get it installed. So that was the problem now. The problem was that I bricked the PC fully and I had to unbrick it. So I had to do step by step, seeing how I can get back to secure boot without the PC instantly going out. So I had to press some buttons every single time until I got the right button. For Windows 8 it's different than Windows 10, and for 11 it's also different. But oh boy, it was a mess of work, but I got it to work, and now I am back to where I want to be. Just drawing, streaming the drawing, getting the drawing fixed, doing some gaming streams as well, and that's it basically. I'm happy for it. I am very happy upon the result I have here with this, and I think I could say I'm very happy with the result on how Pop! OS is working. It is very clean, it works very nicely, and so far no crashes, so I'm good. Alright. I think I will leave it here for now. I will save it, and yeah. As you can see, we did what we needed to do. We added color towards this thing. We need to just add a shine to it, which I'm going to probably do tomorrow. And then we're going to add the rest in there as well. I hope you all have enjoyed for now. And thanks for watching. And I will see you next time. Until then, I want to wish you a lovely day. And